Hi everybody! Welcome back to Healthy Togetherness. In this episode, I'm going to be making the second of our 3 side items that's going to go along with our poached salmon, and that is going to be spaghetti squash. We're going to roast that spaghetti squash inside the oven, and to start that off, I already have my oven set to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's get started. This side item, we're going to be cutting up a spaghetti squash. So this is a very nice squash, and what we're going to do is just, well, first of all, we're going to remove the sticker. This is great. It's like 99 cents a pound on this item, and this is going to be more than enough to for 4 servings. So what we're going to do first is hold it firmly, right? And if you can find, it should have a natural flat end like that, because that's where it grew. So that's the part that was on the ground, and that's how it grew. So anyway, what you're going to do is just hold it firmly, and with your sharp knife, pierce it through carefully. Right through the center, this way. And then hold it, make sure you're holding it properly, and just kind of wiggle it. Okay. Make sure your hand is always out of the way, so that even if the knife slips, your hand isn't in the way. Oh, I forgot to show you. Make sure that your cutting board is also stable. So I put a damp cloth at the bottom underneath my cutting board. It's damp, and so then the cutting board is set. Okay, and then what we're going to do now is just scoop out, take a spoon, scoop out the insides, and just discard it. Okay, now that we have that done, a little bit of oil. Right, massage that, get that on there really well so that our salt and pepper will stick. A little bit of salt. Pepper. And this is going to go on the sheet tray. It's going to go on the sheet tray, cut side down, for about 45 minutes or so, 30-45 minutes. And we can tell because we had such a hard time trying to pierce this skin with a knife, but when it's cooked, it'll go through nice and easily. Right? So I have my oven set for 375 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to go in the lowest rack on my oven position, and that's all there is to it. We'll wait until it's done.
"45 minutes later."
Hot. All right, our spaghetti squash is done. You can tell because if you pierce, remember how hard a time we had with trying to split this in half because it was just so tough, but now easily, no problem at all. Okay, that's your first sign that it's done, and it was in there for the full 45 minutes. Okay. Next thing, if we flip it over, whew, nice. Ow, hot. And we take a fork. It starts to break apart into little strands, and it'll look like spaghetti. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of this. Okay. What you do is you scrape the squash along its sides, and you'll get individual strands like spaghetti. Isn't that wonderful? The color is amazing. I'm trying to angle it so that it'll face the camera as I'm doing this, but it's not comfortable, so I'm gonna just do it my way. Face it towards me where it's safer. Okay. Look at that. And if you're asking yourself, why don't I just wait until it cools down to do this? That's a good question. I've never done it that way, so I don't know if it's going to make a difference in how easily it comes out of the skin. But if you try it that way, let me know. I would love to pass that on as a safer way to do this, but I've never really honestly done that. I've never waited. Actually, what I normally do is I just go ahead and scrape it all out of the gourd, out of the skin, just like this. And then pile everything on inside and then dump it out. But I'm just doing this for the camera so that you can see how it looks as it comes out. But normally this is what I would do. Just scrape everything out. Then dump it out. Do it again. Okay. I think we got all the flesh out of both of them. Okay. Now, just for seasoning on this one, because we didn't put a lot of seasoning on this, except for the top where we cut it. Look, you can even twirl it just like a regular spaghetti. Nice and sweet. A little bit more seasoning. Delicious. Okay, that's ready to go. We'll cover it until we're ready to use it. This will keep it warm.